welcome to this week's edition of the Side Splitters. My name is Lyle.
And my name is Andy.
And we are finally back. Andy doesn't have to be an adult this week. And our
not today.
Our goal
anyway.
tonight is to leave you in stitches. Let me just throw it in there. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, not today anyway. There's more adulting to be had. It draws ever closer to the day that I'm a wedded man in bliss and matrimony and all that other stuff.
And on top of that, Andy had a bit of a surprise at work, which kind of threw a wrench in everything.
Oh, yeah. So, I get approached last Friday about moving my shift to graveyard shift, and they kind of took me aback. I'm like, wait, what? Like, why would you tell me? Like,
Yeah.
just before the weekend that, oh, by the way, you're gonna have to come in earlier on Sunday than you normally do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Not like I have a life or anything. Like, oh yeah, just come in on third shift. It's great. You'll love it here. You'll be one of us.
Again, I mean.
Yeah, I did that shit for 10 years, man. And it's not just at Southco. Like, I at this company, I've been here for 8 years full-time, 2 years as a temp. And, I also worked at Nellis Air Force Base before that, and Wawa before that. Third shifts through and through. So, yeah, I got to have normal hours like a regular person, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, we need you to go back. Fuck! I was out!
I was done!
Damn it. Sleeping's hard.
Yeah, and because of that, our normal recording time is around 7 on Wednesdays. That's when we start the call. Now, usually there's a half hour to 45 minutes to an hour before we even start recording after we start the call. Sometimes we don't record until 8:30 at night when we start the call at 7. Andy has to leave for work at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So that could be a bit problematic with what we're doing. So it kind of puts us in a weird situation with the podcast where it's going to be hard-pressed to record every week, or we decided on this other option of changing up the format. What we mean by that is we are going to be shortening the podcast a little bit. It's not going to be a whole big amount. It's going to be 30 to 45 minutes as opposed to an hour to an hour and 15. So we're essentially losing about a half hour. If we go over 45 minutes, so be it. We had more to talk about that week. But we're going to try to stick to a strict format, and that format is going to be as follows. It's going to be introduction with whatever things we have to talk about, like, for example, the fact that we're changing the format and Andy is now working third shift. Then from that, we're going to go right into clickbait news, switching things up a little bit, putting that towards the beginning instead of towards the end. And then from clickbait news, we're going to go into a talking point of some sort, whatever it is we have to talk about. And then we are, for now, probably just going to carry that on with another talking point or something like that. We also are still going to try to keep up with Listener's Corner. If someone has something, which we actually have one today, then we'll put that in there somewhere. But when the time comes, that final segment is going to be reserved for football picks of the week. So it'll go introduction, clickbait news, talking point, football picks, close. And that's, name the episode and we're done. All within 30 to 45 minutes. So you don't have to waste a whole lot of time listening to us anymore talk about nonsense.
Aw. But I like talking about nonsense.
Yeah, well, I like it better when you're not on third shift.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
I know, we all do. But with that being said, I mean, like I said, hopefully this will make it so that we don't have to worry about not doing episodes certain weeks, because there's been a couple times where we were not able to do it because we can't dedicate 3 or 4 hours of our time to an episode of the podcast. So hopefully this will help with that, and we won't have that issue. But we'll see, right?
We'll see. Only the future knows.
Right.
And she's a bitch.
Yeah, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. So we are going to start with clickbait news. This feels so weird.
Right?
But I do have three stories. One of them's from Florida.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask how many Florida ones we got.
I can't start a new thing like this and not make something from Florida. I mean, come on.
Fair
So
enough.
the funny thing is, the other two, I believe, are from California. So we're gonna go Cali, Florida, Cali. Sound good?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So the first one, I want you to tell me, Andy. Let's see
Mhm.
here. What did the burglar do to mess everything up and get, actually, what did he do to get caught uh, in Ventura, California?
Oh, okay. So he damaged something in the house and left his contact information for insurance purposes.
That would be a Florida thing. This is California. No, accused burglar doesn't flush toilet and leaves DNA for police.
No.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
So
Everybody flushes the evidence though. Like you're supposed to flush the evidence.
a man accused of burglarizing a Southern California home took a bathroom break and left DNA evidence in the toilet that led to his arrest, an investigator said Tuesday. This was probably last Tuesday. The suspect doesn't matter. The suspect did his business and didn't flush it during the October break-in in the city of Thousand Oaks. Said October break-in? Wait a minute.
Wow. Wow. What the hell? Does it take really
Oh,
that long to
oh
run
no
a
no.
DNA test?
Yeah, okay, that's the case here. Yeah, so during the October break-in, he did his business, didn't flush it, in the city of Thousand Oaks, and that allowed investigators to collect evidence to conduct a DNA profile and match another profile in a national database, and detectives tracked down the suspect at his home in the nearby city of Ventura. Andrew
Wow.
David,
How much poop have they collected of this guy?
it brings up a good point. Like, is the government collecting our poop like on a daily basis?
I'm wondering because like it seems like they have a lot of evidence against this guy for just like fecal matter.
Yeah, it's almost like, hey, those fingerprint things to unlock your phones? Yeah, you know how you bring your phones into the bathroom?
Smart poop.
Smart poop. Anyway, so Andrew David Jensen was arrested July 28th on suspicion of first-degree residential burglary, a felony. His bail was set at $180,000. Lohman did not know if Jensen, 42, has an attorney. Efforts to reach Jensen for comment Tuesday were unsuccessful. Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk about it either. Lohman said it's the first DNA burglary match case he knows of with fecal evidence collected from a toilet.
Mm. I mean, that's a lot of toilet paper you can buy with that bail. Like, how do you even go through that whole process? So he robs this place, right? He's like picking stuff like, ooh, this is nice jewelry. I like these electronics. Let's take this DVD.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on. And then
Yeah.
he thinks to himself, he thinks to himself, okay, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna be like, yeah, not only did you not have all your stuff, but I didn't even flush the toilet.
Well,
Boom.
I'm wondering if it's that or if he's just like, all right, I've wasted enough time. I can't take a second to flush. I gotta go.
I wonder if he even wiped.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Ooh.
Because they didn't say, well, I mean, they didn't really say it was a log or anything. They just said fecal matter.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe we're missing the big picture here. Maybe he flushed the initial business, and he had to go back for a second wiping. You know what I'm saying?
oh wait, did they even say it was in the toilet? Did he like shit on their bed?
Oh my God. No, they said they specifically collected it from a toilet.
Oh damn it. Okay,
Yeah.
I would have liked it better if he just like shit on the middle of like a countertop or a bed or something like that and be like, fuck you, I took your shit. Now you can take mine.
Here's the guy.
Oh, he looks like somebody that would leave a floaty. Like, look at him. He's even got that like off to the side look. Like, yeah, I did it.
I may have messed up, guys. That's what he looks like. All right, on to Florida.
The stinky bandit.
The stinky man. Not now, Murph. All right, on to Florida. Yeah, I'm learning what these stories actually are again. I've had them
Wow.
here since last week. Um, so what did the family find when they heard weird noises in their attic for years?
Oh, a sibling their parents never told them about.
The coffee almost went all over the screen there. Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't anything quite like that. It was an anaconda, or no, excuse me, a boa constrictor.
Oh, okay. Because if you said anaconda, I was gonna ask what Nicki Minaj was doing in their attic.
Really, Nicki Minaj,
Yeah,
not Ice Cube,
yeah. No.
Ice Cube, or wasn't Jennifer Lopez in that movie too? I don't know. The weird movie from the 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah. So, yeah, anywhere else you. This is how the article starts. I hate it when they're so silly like this, but anywhere else you would hear a weird noise that sounds like an animal in your attic, it's probably rats or mice. In Florida, it could be a boa constrictor. Oh, wait, you hear this name. That's what Bob Van der Herschen of Inglewood. So,
Bob Vander Herschen.
yeah, it's Bob Van der Herschen. It's like 4 different names, but I like the way you pronounce it. Bob Van der Herschen,
Vander Herschen.
of Inglewood, Florida, found when he went to investigate in his attic, uh, and found a 6-foot long boa constrictor that had been likely living there for 2 to 4 years. Vander Herschen told Wesh that his son and his wife kept complaining about hearing noises coming from the attic. I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe it was rats. Vander Herschen told Wesh. I don't know what Wesh is, but Wesh. But he went to investigate and soon found the boa constrictor hiding among installation. It was actually bunking in the rafter space right above the Florida room chair where my
Wow.
wife sits. A snake trapper and Vander Herschen eventually wrangled the snake out. The trapper found the snake had shed skin up there and estimated the snake had probably been living up there for between 2 to 4 years. Boa constrictors' average lifespan is 20 to 30 years, according to National Geographic, and can grow up to 13 feet long and weigh 100 pounds. They are not venomous, but suffocate their prey by squeezing them. A more suitable home was found for the boa constrictor, according to WFLA, whoever that is. Vander Herschen said he believes the boa likely got into the attic via some tree branches near the home, and he hopes his story convinces other homeowners to keep their trees trimmed. Yeah.
So I was sitting down reading a book and I heard the thumpy thump from upstairs, so I called the animal people, say, hey, I got rats. I go up there and say, no rats, no thumpy thumpy from the snaky. Sure as my name isn't Mr. Vander Herschen.
But your name is Mr. Vander Herschen, right?
Yes, my name is Mr. Vander Herschen.
And what's your first name, Mr. Vander Herschen?
Mr.
It's Bob.
Bob Vander Herschen.
That's me.
That's me, Bob Vander Herschen.
The Swedish car salesman.
No need to check on the database if I have a green card. Did I mention I have a very large snake?
They don't have to check your green card, they just check your poop. They got that on record somewhere.
Oh, is that why they asked me to poop in a bucket? I thought this was weird.
Anyway.
Mr. Vander Herschen. He's like a Pokemon. You just keep saying his name. Hello, is this Mr. Vander Herschen? Yeah, this is Mr. Vander Herschen.
Bob Vander Herschen.
Bob Vander Herschen.
That's me.
Of the Florida Vander Herschens.
We got a snake problem.
My cousin has a problem with alligators. Living in the basement.
Yeah. Anyway. Back to California. Man, I hope this next name is as fun as that one was.
Right?
Oh, this is good. So, What did the man steal and drove around San Bernardino movie theater parking lot?
Oh, it had to be a golf cart.
Oh my God! If you drop the L and the F, you're right.
A go-kart?
He stole a Splash Kingdom go-kart and drove it around San Bernardino movie theater parking lot. Police say.
Okay.
So police investigated a unique vehicle theft after they found someone driving around a San Bernardino movie theater parking lot Sunday night in a go-kart that had been stolen from a Redlands amusement park, officials said.
Okay.
The powder blue cart, which I have a picture of, with the number 19 on the front, was stolen from a fenced-off area of Splash Kingdom in Redlands about 6 p.m. Sunday, officials said. Don't know what day this actually was. I mean, I know it's a Sunday, but whatever.
I got you.
Actually, this was posted on August 7th, so this was last week sometime. It turned up 2 hours later and 6 miles away in downtown San Bernardino, being driven by Jeremiah Gerke. Oh my God.
Jeremiah Gerke?
Jeremiah Gerky.
Gerke, yeah.
That's Gerke, yeah.
Gerke. God, I could probably do that one in Swedish too, but I won't.
Yeah. Hold on, it gets better. So driven by Jeremiah Gerke, 29 of San Bernardino, said San Bernardino Police Lieutenant Vicky Cervantes. Gerke was harassing and ignoring security officers in the theater parking lot on E and 4th Streets, Cervantes said. Gerke was arrested on suspicion of grand theft, and the cart was recovered. Gerke was booked into the West Valley Detention Center in Rancho Cucamonga with bail set at $50,000.
What is with these names?
Court records also show Gerke was on probation, so he was actually already on probation and still decided to steal a go-kart.
Well, you know, once you've done it once, you want to do it again. And again.
Yeah.
I'm surprised authorities didn't try to stop him with a blue shell.
Here's the go-kart.
Exactly! Oh my God! It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like, that's Toad's cart. Of course you hit it with a blue shell.
Let's be honest, he wasn't winning any races. You could just throw a red shell at him. He was not in first place of anything.
Yeah, like, the flat design of a go-kart really lends itself to being, like, mounted. Like, you know, like, anybody could just jump on that thing and be like, you know, well, I'm here now. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like anybody can, like, threaten with, like, running you over with a go-kart. Like, oh, watch out, he's going 2 miles an hour with essentially, like, a piece of paper with wheels on it. Like,
I
jump on the damn thing.
I wouldn't say 2 miles an hour. I mean, they could probably get up to, like, 20, 30.
Yeah, which is cute for a go-kart. But for, like, you know, big boy speeds where you have, like, Vin Diesel and Jason Statham jumping from SUV to SUV at 80 miles an hour, like, that seems to be a little bit more dangerous than, you know, I'm going to run over you with a go-kart, beep, beep.
They could have always just got Bob Bender Herchen in there to stop him.
That's the thing on Gerke.
Yeah.
Gerke, which, for some reason, I picture, like, talking like Pauly Shore. For some reason.
Well, he's from San Bernardino, California.
Right?
So.
Yeah.
I stole the go-kart, buddy.
Come on, Gerke, don't be a jerky, buddy.
You return that blue cart right now, or my name's not Bob Vander Herschen.
Bob, we need you to stop him. Oh, I could probably fashion a lasso out of boa constrictor.
All right, let's move on. I've had as much fun as you had, but it's time to move on. Oh, God, that was great. So that was clickbait news. This is so weird. We're still doing a podcast. So we have a listener's corner, as I mentioned earlier. A fan wanted us to talk about the concept of singing songs without knowing the words.
All the time.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bob Vander Herschen probably does it.
Like, okay, I don't know about you, but like, so especially if in pop music these days, I will know the chorus, and then that is literally it.
Yeah.
Um, so like, man, I haven't listened to the radio in forever, but uh, oh, what is it? Sia, I think it was.
Oh, you
That
lost
had
me
that
on
one song that's like, uh, oh wow, I can't even think of it right now.
I don't know, but I'm pretty
I
sure
don't,
that's the TLC
I,
song.
I don't know. But she was a woman speaking about how ample her buttocks was, so I'd imagine that was proper pull.
Don't go chasing the waterfalls. Just stick to the rivers and the team that you want to. I don't know why you're sticking to teams, but that's okay with me.
I mean, I don't like to get wet after midnight, but I got a question for you. Why are we turning down?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I guess this really applies to older music because more modern music, there's not many variety in words. It's just kind of the same thing repeated over and over again.
Yeah, there's a lot of repetition,
Yeah.
but um, okay, like that song, like, wake me up before you go, and then like I don't know any other words in that song, so it's just like when the guy is not singing the chorus, it's just like, yeah, full of energy, 'cause I gotta go, maybe gotta poo, I don't know.
Or get a boa constrictor out of your attic. Hi, I'm Bob
There,
Vanderhersen.
there is a big snake up the stairs.
All right, that's enough of that. I swear I'm
I
done with
hear the slithery slither.
I swear I'm done with Bob Vanderhersen. No, but I mean, you take songs like Rocket Man by Elton John. A lot of people don't know
Okay.
what he's saying. I'm a rocket man. Then what?
Um, burning all my food. Like
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, like between that or like the misconstrued lyrics, like in Bad Moon on the Rise, like, you know, yeah, there is a bathroom on the right.
or Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Oh yeah.
That was a misconstrued one often. But that's what I'm assuming that's what she meant. Like there was plenty of lyrics that they just the way she put it was that they could not look up lyrics back in the day when she would listen to the radio, hear a song, and be like, "Oh, I guess this is what they're saying." So they just had to go with it.
Yeah, like Blinded by the Light is like,
Oh
rubbed
my
up like a
God,
douche.
I still don't know what he's saying there.
Oh, revved up like a deuce.
Yeah, you could tell me that all you want. No, I don't know what he's saying there.
Deuce being a roadster, like a sports car, so revved
Okay,
up.
you could tell me that. That's not what I'm hearing. But then, what? Fair enough. That brings up a great point because there's also the songs that have been ruined for you by hearing someone sing them differently and going, "My God, now that's all I can hear." I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix, "Purple Haze."
Okay.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Hold me
So
closer, Tony Danza. How about that one?
wait, which one? How do you confuse that one?
It's Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer.
Oh,
Don't tell me, oh my God, you thought it was Tony Danza?
I did. Like, wait, what's wrong with that one?
That's great.
How would
Well,
I not want Tony Danza to hold me closer? Like, who the fuck is a tiny dancer? I want Tony Danza.
That's what the whole song's about, the Tiny Dancer.
I thought it was about Tony Danza.
Oh my god.
Like, he really
That's
likes
great.
Tony Danza.
So I have a list here of other songs that are constantly misconstrued. Bon Jovi, Live on a Prayer. This one doesn't make much sense to me. The actual lyrics is it doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. The misconstrued is it doesn't matter if we're naked or not.
I can see that.
I can see it, but I certainly don't hear it.
I do now. And I'll
Hmm.
never be able to unhear it. Doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not. We got each other.
Like some of
And
these
this
are.
big snake. Oh, yeah.
I'm Robert Herchen. We said we were done.
Oh, nice.
They have
Nice.
the Bad Moon Rising. There's a bathroom on the right.
Mhm.
Some of these just, I'm sorry, do not make sense. This one, the Losing My Religion by REM. Let's pee in the corner. Let's pee in the spotlight. I've
Yeah,
never heard that.
no. No, I could never misconstrue that one.
Oh my god! For Pearl Jam, they just have actual lyrics question mark, and then it just says all right, all right, all right, all right. That's great. I
Oh,
can't
yeah, that sounds like
understand.
Pearl Jam.
I can't understand anything you're saying. And
It's
it's,
just vowel sounds, man.
there's not really any other ones that are too great. Let's check a different list real quick because this is a cool topic. I like this topic. Does it hold me closer, Tony Danza? I mean, I guess you're not the only one to think that.
I legitimately thought it was Tony Danza. Leave me alone.
Blinded by the Light. Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. I got my first real six string. Apparently, I got my first real sex dream.
What does that even mean?
Which one?
Oh, sex dream.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I misconstrued you. I thought you said sex stream. I got my first sex stream. I'm like, what? That's only a matter of time, too. Wait, no, they already had that. Never mind. I was gonna say Twitch, but for people having sex, but that's just a webcam.
Yeah, that's. This is stupid. They have one on here. This is the last one I'm looking at because all these are pretty dumb. The actual lyric by Madonna, "Like a Virgin Touched for the very first time." The misheard lyric, like a Virgin Touched for the 31st time." That doesn't make sense.
No, that defeats the purpose.
My God. But they also have Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze, Blinded by the
I hear
Light.
that.
Yeah,
I hear Purple Haze, and I think of Dinosaurs with Mr. Richfield singing it.
the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, well, at least we got some clarification there. It's "Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer."
I'll still be thinking of Tony.
Oh well, that's exactly it. That's what I mean though. Like you hear that and you can't unhear it. I mean, you're always going to think of Tony Danza whenever you hear that song, but that's not what he's saying. So,
Prove it.
well, I mean, there's the internet now.
You're not the songwriter. I can't listen to you.
So, yeah. Anyway, the other thing we wanted to touch on, this is a talking point that we came up with on our own. Something that I kind of wanted to share with everyone here is the favorite, what I'm referring to as a Laffy Taffy joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying here when I say that? Basically a Laffy Taffy joke. It's a dad joke.
I'm about to say, repeating it doesn't explain it.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's not a great joke. It's usually pretty innocent. It's just something that's just you don't really laugh. You
Yeah,
just
it's essentially a dad joke. Like,
a dad joke. Yeah, I mean that's the more common phrase nowadays, but it used to be Laffy Taffy joke. But anyway, so do you have any really good zingers that you can share with us?
It's funny that it's not a zinger per se, but I have to laugh at how many people don't get it. So, like, I think that's why I like it the most, is because it kind of gauges where people's thought processes are for me. So, the joke goes, so I was helping a friend of mine decorate their room, so I gave them an elephant, and they said thank you, and I told them, don't mention it.
Because you don't mention the elephant in the room.
Yeah, you don't mention the elephant in the room.
I have. That's clever. I have
so
two.
many people don't get that.
Well, I mean, it's certainly one that you have to think about for a little bit, which is why I like it so much. But I actually have two. I have one that is certainly my favorite, and then I have another one that is kind of one that's been passed down. And I'll explain that one a bit first. So, my dad recently came to visit. We all know this. While he was here, one of the things that he was saying is about just seeing my family again for the first time in up to years. My family referred to my mother's side of the family, and of course, giving his condolences for my grandfather who we lost. And this was years ago, but he hasn't seen him since then. But he says that one piece of my grandfather that he always kept with him was his bad jokes that were just hysterical. And he said one of them, of course, being about a German engineer. He says that a German engineer came home and said to his wife, was just, honey, I came up with it. And he does a German accent with it. I can't do it. But it's just, honey, I came home. I came up with the most brilliant car. It's perfect. It's all I have to do is just, I have to come up with a name with it. And it has to be by the end of tonight. And the wife just kind of looks at him sideways and goes, that soon? So that one is one that my dad took from my grandfather and remembered all these years and eventually brought it back around. And when he told me, I was like, oh my god, I remember my grandfather telling me that one before. So it's cool. It's just one of those ones that I'm just like, it has a special place in my heart for. But my favorite one would have to be the father and son sitting in a room, and the son is crying, and the father looks at the son and goes, why are you crying, son? And the son goes, well, I don't know what a homophone is. So the father walks over to the son and just kind of pats him on the back and says, there. And that's one of those ones, like you said, it just sees where people's head is at.
Yeah, that is adorable. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it though.
I love humor like that though. Like it's bite size and it's quirky.
Yeah. Yeah.
There.
There. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. You can. They're little. I mean, of course, you have the much more worse jokes that are not worse as in not as funny, but worse as in like not so innocent. You can't just tell them to anyone. Like you could tell these jokes to anyone and possibly get a laugh. And if you don't, you can decide whether or not you want to be friends with that person still. But other jokes you can't tell to just anyone. Some of them are a little, racy or adult only ish.
Ish.
You have any of those? Any good ones?
Oh, there was one that a friend of mine told me years ago, and I'll never forget it, just because of how. Like you'll understand it when you hear it. So, Bear walks into a bar, and he orders a drink, and the bartender looks him in and goes, oh, we don't serve your kind here. And the bear is like, what do you mean? I'm a paying customer. I want a beer. And the bartender still refuses. So the bear gets all infuriated, and he eats one of the waitresses in the bar. And thinking that display of ferocity will convince the bartender to give him a beer. And the bartender looks at him and goes, well, now I'm definitely not going to serve your kind. You're a drug user. And he's like, the bear is confused. And he's like, what do you mean I'm a drug user? He's like, well, that was a bar bitch you ate.
I like that. I got one for you. I got a bar joke for you.
Okay.
Guy goes into a bar, and he's real depressed, so he starts ordering drinks after drink after drink, and eventually a bartender comes over and goes, "Buddy, I gotta ask, is everything all right?" No, no, it's not. Uh, my wife cheated on me, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to sit here and drink until I pass out and hopefully don't wake up again. And the bartender's just like, you can't do that, man. I mean, there's got to be something better you could do with yourself. I mean, I'm sure it hurts and everything, but I mean, come on. He goes, well, what would you do if your wife cheated on you? And he goes, well, to be honest, I'd probably kill the guy for starters, but that's besides the point. Suicide's not the answer. Yeah, you're probably right. So he goes back to drinking. A couple minutes go by, and he all of a sudden jumps up. That's it! And he runs out of the bar. And the bartender's worried to death. He's just like, oh my god, this guy's going to go kill himself, or even worse, he's going to homicide, suicide, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, about a half hour, 45 minutes go by. The guy comes back in, and he, proudly goes up to the bar, and he goes, I will have another beer, good sir. And the bartender's just like, I mean, yeah, I'll get you a beer, but you didn't kill anybody, did you? He goes, nope. He goes, and how did you solve your problem? Why are you so happy? I had sex with your wife.
Brilliant.
I like that one.
That is cute. Because I was wondering where it was going to go, and
Yeah.
that was a pleasant surprise.
So that's that. But anyway, but that is just about 30 to 45 minutes, Andy.
Feels so short.
That soon?
That soon?
So with that, we got to get to naming the episode.
Well, that'll give me time to see what's between the thumpy in the basement.
I mean, it has to be something revolving around that guy, right? The title? I mean, come on. Oh, what about Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza?
Actually, hold me closer, Vander Herschen.
Hold Me Closer, Vander Herschen. Ooh, even better. Hold Me Closer, Vanderboa.
Vanderboa? But it has to be Vander Herschen.
All right, Hold Me Closer, Vander Herschen.
Oh, what was it? No, I guess that would work because I was thinking something involving like snake hugs, but yeah,
It's
no,
Hold Me Closer, Vander Herschen.
Hold me closer, Vander Herschen, because you know you want him to. I'll whisper sweet nothings into your ear. Nothing.
Oh man, and that'll do it for the 6th edition of the Side Splitters, episode number 48. Hold Me Closer, Vander Herschen. My name is Lyle.
And I'm Bob Vander Herschen.
We'll see you next week.
Adios.